All right, check this out, guys. I am in South Sacramento, right in Mozzy's old hood, right here. I'm about to show you guys right here, real quick. I'll show you guys. See that? Right here. See that? What's up, fam?
Now, what?
All right. So for those of you that don't know, my bad about that, fam.
All right, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, my bad. I was just trying to film, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little podcast for, my MMA channel. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come shout me out, you know what I mean? All right, fam.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I was just trying to get a shot of that right there. You know what I mean? The little OakPark sign. You know how to... Hey, do you know Mozzy, the rapper?
Yeah,
You know him?
yeah, I do.
How you know him? You know him as a fan or you know him personally?
I know him as walking on these streets.
Okay.
I'm from OakPark. I'm tattooed and all this shit.
Okay. That's what's up, man. My name's Kyrie, bro. Nice meeting you. Say what's up to all my audience, you know what I'm saying, around the world, baby. Yup. All right, so listen. I got to tell you guys, right? I wanted to talk to you about this particular interesting story that I had, came upon, right? So, by the way, you guys, I'm in OakPark. By the way, South Sac, which is, the hood and the home of the world-famous rapper Mozzy. Anyways, you guys see right here, there's a coffee shop right there. They're setting up, trying to gentrify the place. It's still hood as it is. And anyways, so I wanted to talk to you guys about Sean Strickland and why he wanted to get into a fight with these Navy SEAL guys, right? And I thought that it's quite intriguing considering the fact that you got a guy like Sean Strickland who goes after literally anybody. I mean, literally anybody, right? And the Navy SEALs in that particular matter are not discriminated against in Sean Strickland's hit list of people that he's going to go after or people that he's going to trash talk in any kind of way or anything like that. But here's some real stuff that I really got to tell you, right? You see, a lot of Navy SEALs are saying that Sean Strickland would not go out and kill anybody or anything like that. Now, here's the thing. We all know Sean Strickland for a very long time. This guy will literally go after anybody in terms of, well, the ultimate, right? Unalive, so to say, when it comes to going after the opposition of any kind, right? So, listen, here's the thing that you got to understand. For one, he's not trained like the Navy SEALs when it comes to doing the business with guns and artillery and things of that matter. But what Sean Strickland has going on is just the sheer guts and determination to go and take somebody's light switch off. Now, on the Navy SEAL side, a lot of people, especially on the MMA community, they don't like to believe that somebody such as a Navy SEAL or a former military guy has the skills to get into the MMA cage or doesn't have the proper foundation to do the damn thing. But the reality is that many of these guys, okay, are highly intelligent people. They never quit. And not only that, they have some sort of background in high cardio matters in order to allow them to push in that next level. My man here says, look like a bad hood. Yeah, it is. Chris Bracken. What's up, my man, Chris Bracken? And then Wolf Chief says, greetings. Greetings to all of you. It looks like a bad hood. I wouldn't say it's the worst hood in the world, but the reason why I'm down here today, obviously there's a mosque in South Sacramento that I go to. And by the way, for those of you that are Muslim, know this for a fact. The best mosque in the world, whether it's out here in California or whether it's out in London or Paris or anything like that, the best hoods in the world, the best mosques in the world are usually in a hood like this. I don't know why that is about Sean Strickland going at it with the Navy SEALs and give you some objective take on this matter. So like I said from the very beginning, right? Sean Strickland is very much capable of taking a man's life if he really was put to that test. However, is he as trained as the Navy SEALs? No, of course not. But here's another thing that Sean Strickland is talking about, right? That I think is quite important to sort of bring up. Wolf Chief 1 says here, Sacramento is a dump. Well, it depends what part. I can tell you the part that I live at in Sacramento is nowhere near a dump, okay? I live in West Sacramento. It's probably the best side of Sacramento, but if you've seen anything else in Sacramento that's quote-unquote a dump, let me know in the comment section below. I mean, obviously, Stockton is about 30 minutes from here. We got the Bay Area, which is not anything related to the culture or the circumference and region of Sacramento, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I tell you what, come into the hood and anything like that, it does kind of give me a bit of some peace of mind and also a bit of some humility, right? And being appreciative of the life that you got, because you know what? There's a lot of people out there that ain't never made it out the hood, and as a result, you know, they tend to live a little bit more harder lives than, let's say, people that are living in my neck of the woods of West Sacramento. But on any event, here's something you got to understand about this whole Sean Strickland matter, right? When he said, sitting in his car the way that I'm sitting right now, and he was calling out these Navy SEAL guys, saying to them, used to visit Sacramento all the time 20 years ago. Awesome. Okay, that's what's up. Where are you from, Wolf Chief? Are you from the Midwest? Are you from the West Coast? Are you from the East Coast? Or are you not from the United States? Let me know in the comments below. Welcome. Glad you are here to join this rainy day ride with me here in Sacramento. We are just about approaching the downtown area, so as you guys are riding with me, I'm going to show you the areas around me right now. We are about to approach the Broadway area. This is the Broadway area, actually, and we are going to approach that Alhambra Cafe just down the street from here, if you can see it from here as this train is passing by. So my man here says, I live in Orange County now. Orange County is beautiful. I love that area. What else? You also said that you lived in Davis. Hold on. How do you get the... What is your page about? So I'm glad that you asked, Rick. My page is about mixed martial arts, but I also go into politics. I also go into street politics. I also go into geopolitical matters and everything in between. But mostly mixed martial arts, boxing, and combat sports in between and all that. And maybe a little bit of some traveling, because obviously I do have some traveling as well. So I would like to bring you guys on a journey with me and all that. So thank you for all those that are tapping in. So here's the thing about the Navy SEALs versus Sean Strickland, right? As Sean Strickland was sitting in his car speaking to you guys, saying that, you know what, there's not a Navy SEAL that can keep up with me. Well, what exactly do you mean? And here's the problem with Sean Strickland saying that. He didn't clarify exactly what he meant when he said, none of these Navy SEAL guys can deal with me in any degree. Omar Nurmagomedov is fighting tomorrow. That's right. Along with Gaziev and Mohammed Makayev and all those Dagestani all-star guys. I think Rahul Rojas is also fighting as well, because he was supposed to fight that kid in New Mexico, but I think one of them caught an illness on the fight day, and they just decided to reschedule the fight. And then there's other rumors saying that, well, he didn't really go out there and, reschedule the fight. But I don't know what's the truth of that matter or how that's going to go. But here's the thing, right? Sean Strickland did not clarify what he meant by saying that these Navy SEAL guys could not keep up with him. If you mean fighting-wise, well, I got to tell you, Sean, for sure you're better than these guys because this is what you do. You fight for a living, and this is the technical aspects that you learn on a daily basis and you get better at on your daily grind. So, of course, none of these guys are going to hang with you in a hand-to-hand combat situation. However, can these guys give you a good fight and a good run for your money? Maybe. And that would also be predicated on how trained any of these Navy SEALs are when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. And I gotta tell you guys, as somebody like myself who's had experience being in the Marine Corps but also training mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu in the civilian world, I gotta tell you, man, the military doesn't really have the best hand-to-hand combat training. Because, let's just be honest, America is predicated on technology when it comes to modern warfare. And the aspect of hand-to-hand combat, it's just not really in their daily objective or their daily goals in improving. Now, if you are an individual soldier, Marine, or anything like that, then I suppose there it is, the El-Kheer Tower Cafe that I was telling you guys about that we are passing on Broadway here in Sacramento. So, he's not that kind of guy. I'm sorry, what was I saying? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought there because I'm trying to show you guys multiple things at once and then talking about multiple subjects. So what I was saying was that it's not a priority for America to enhance their hand-to-hand combat training technique. Unless, of course, you are an individual soldier or Marine that just decides, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go and train myself or go train at a civilian gym and get better at it. But for the most part, when you are a Navy SEAL operator, a Marine Corps Raider, or Marine Recon, or Delta Force, or Army Rangers, or any of those Special Forces units that are available out there, they don't really require you to be the best hand-to-hand combat fighter ever. It's not a requirement. So as a result, guess what? If you go up and you face somebody like Sean Strickland and all you do all day is shoot, be out in the field, train to be a Marine, or get yourself prepared for missions, man, I'm telling you, in a hand-to-hand combat situation, Sean Strickland got you beat there. But if you are talking, hold on, let me see, make sure I don't miss the comments here. If you are talking about, let's say, conditioning, I gotta tell you, man, any of these operators, Marines, Navy, Army guys, for sure they're gonna be able to keep up. You're telling me that they can't? I mean, this is what these guys do. These guys are literally made to handle stressful situations when it comes to exerting a certain amount of energy, when you're going out for runs, when you're going out and doing hike trails, when you're doing combat raid missions and things of that nature. Yeah, these guys are highly conditioned. They can run fast. They can run for a very long time. They can carry heavy amounts of weights. What more do you need out of these guys, right? But when we're talking about a fighting situation, there's no way any of these guys are going to beat Sean Strickland. Now, here's the thing that I want to ask, right? Why does Sean Strickland need to proclaim this to anybody? Is there any particular reason why he needs to explain to people, hey, none of these guys can keep up with me, but yet you're not even really clarifying exactly what you mean by that? What do you mean these guys can't keep up with you? What do you mean by that? Because they certainly can. Now, if you're talking about you can beat them up, bro, I'm not against you in any kind of way. Strickland is a weirdo. He is. The brother, I'm telling you, Sean Strickland has a lot of underlying issues that he has yet to settle. And as a result of that, well, this is what you get out of this whole situation with Sean Strickland. You get him saying off-the-wall things that don't make sense. And on top of that, just like this one, he doesn't even clarify what he means by saying that none of these guys can keep up with him. Clarify it, Sean. Declare to the world that you can beat up a Navy SEAL, which is no surprise to anybody because you are the middleweight champion of the world. And you know what? Here's the thing. I've sparred with a lot of military guys. A lot of guys that are in the Air Force. A lot of guys that are even police officers. I've sparred with guys that are current and former Marines. And I've sparred with Navy guys from all types of levels and all types of rankings. And I gotta tell you, I did pretty damn good against a lot of them. And you wanna know why? For the same reason as why Sean Strickland is the middleweight champion of the world. I've been training since I was 8 years old. I've done wrestling all throughout my high school and my academic years. I've competed in Muay Thai. I've competed in mixed martial arts. I've trained with some of the best fighters in the world, including the ones out here in Sacramento. So, of course, I'm going to do well against these military guys that I had just mentioned to you. Because guess what? A lot of these military guys that I sparred, they were either just beginners or very inexperienced combat athletes, to say the very least. So now we're in the nicer side of Sacramento. We are now back in the West Sacramento area as I just came back from Juma prayers in South Sacramento. Mozzy's hood, as I just mentioned to you guys. So, for those of you that don't know, Mozzy is a famous rapper out here in Sacramento, blood affiliated, and makes pretty good music if you're into that kind of thing. I like it, so why not? You know, I also do some of the reviews of different stuff out here too when it comes to hip-hop and it comes to world politics and MMA and boxing and everything in between, which is why the name of the channel is El-Kheer MMA. And for those of you that are just tapping in and have not heard of me or anything like that, that is how you pronounce my name. It is Kyrie. Last name, El-Kheer. MMA is the channel, and MMA is what I cover, and everything in between. So, I think Sean Strickland, let's, hold on, let's read some of the comments here that I had just, missed. Hold on a second. If anyone takes the things Strickland says seriously, they're an idiot. I'm sorry, brother. So, are you saying I'm an idiot because, I'm taking what he's saying seriously? I don't think he's being serious at all. But here's something you got to understand, though. He's pissing off a lot of guys for saying this. And quite frankly, I understand that the Navy, the U.S. military in general, sort of has this culture of banter, right? Going back and forth, trash talking each other, sort of downgrading each other for fun. I understand there's an inherent culture in mixed martial arts that is prevalent in these certain practices. However, I gotta be honest with you guys, Sean Strickland sometimes doesn't know how to draw the line between reality and banter, and then sometimes he sort of backpedals when he gets pushed in the corner. Guys, I'm just joking, or this and that. Or if he says like some sort of racially derogatory statement, all of a sudden he can backpedal and say, I didn't really mean it. You know, this is what we do. We trash talk or this and that. But here's the thing. Quite frankly, I'm not offended by anything Sean Strickland says. In fact, you know, Sean Strickland has came onto my page before and said some really horrible things about Muslims that I'm not going to repeat to any of you because, well, it's just not worth it, and it's the past, and we don't expect anything less out of Sean Strickland. But nonetheless, That's the reality of Sean Strickland in this whole entire matter. And quite frankly, I don't see this going away, but I also see this sort of going away in a tongue-in-cheek kind of way, where Sean Strickland in the future is probably going to meet up with some Navy SEALs, and those Navy SEALs are going to say, yeah, you know, we know Sean was just joking and this and that. And the next thing you know, these guys are going to be buddies with each other, and then they're going to start training with each other, and they're just going to forget about this whole thing and like as if it never happened. But I tell you what, he beat up Sneeko. He did beat up Sneeko. But again, what did that prove? And by the way, here's another thing, right? It made Sean Strickland look really bad, but at the same time, you know what? Sneeko asked for it, and Sneeko asked for it because he knew that it would get him some clout on his page, and it would make Sneeko look really tough. So there you have it. Guys, that is all that I have for you right now. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the new videos that I have going on. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this content that I have just presented to you in an impromptu live kind of way. I will be putting this up on the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon in the near future, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.